So welcome back. I'm Ben,
And I'm Carrie, Nikolai.
and we're realtors here with Coldwell Banker Siewert in Wisconsin Rapids.
Yes, we are.
It's February 5th.
Yes, and as our viewers can see, that we are in a different location.
Right, we're in Studio B.
Studio B.
Right?
How about Studio CB?
Coldwell Banker, very good.
Yeah.
We're in the office. We're in one of the secondary conference rooms. So if you happen to visit us here in the office, you might have your consultation here in our secondary conference room.
So it's going to be kind of neat that we're going to be doing a little bit of normally in the basement, but also here at the office as well.
Right, and it's in preparation for extra special things coming this year. So I'm excited.
Yes, I know you are. And it's going to be a fun, exciting year for what our podcast is going to go and do. And so we've got some special guests kind of lined up. So
We might be on the road, do a little bit of a road show.
that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Okay. So on Wednesday we do tour.
We do.
So we had one of our tour spots was a commercial property over across from Quick Trip on Highway 54 as you're heading toward Plover.
Right.
So we've got a number of business opportunities like that. If our listeners are curious about getting into a business property, maybe are needing a retail space, excuse me, retail or office space, or if they're looking for small manufacturing or even large manufacturing, come talk to us. We can probably find you a solution.
Yes, it all depends upon what's out there and available, and if it's not there yet, then we can kind of keep you in mind for when it does come available.
Right. Then the second house we saw was 487 Pine Avenue.
And that was a cute little,
yeah.
two little bedroom home. It's really nice, kind of tucked away. I guess the homeowner was there, and she was explaining to us that there are 57 pine trees on the property.
And it's in the city. It's about 3/4 of an acre.
Yeah, and it's beautiful little 2 bedroom, cozy little home. It's got a 2 full bath. You got 2 on top of it, main floor laundry.
And
I mean,
heated garage.
heated garage.
There was a 3-season porch out the back,
Yes.
so that was all covered in. That was pretty nice.
Yep.
And we're at $120,000 for that.
Yeah, and that's a great deal right there.
Yeah, that's right in our ballpark of it'll move fast sort of houses.
Mhm.
So one of the things that makes a house a home is a pet.
Very true. In that house, we had a fish tank. So in the fish tank, it was it was a saltwater fish tank. So it had some jellyfish in there. It had an angelfish. So we wanted to kind of talk, and there was also a dog that lives there too.
Okay.
So we didn't really see the dog because they had the dog away. But that's what we kind of wanted to talk about today is what to do with the pets for showings and even for pictures. Because
Right.
sometimes when we go to take pictures, maybe the cat doesn't want to leave the room. So we're gonna be taking pictures of your cute little kitty on the bed or on the couch because they just look so comfy and they may not want us touching them.
So pets and children will sell houses. It's kind of one of those things.
Hmm.
So if you got a well-behaved pet at the house and you're there for the showing, great. Families will come in and they'll see that it's a lovable house and it's warm and pet friendly.
Yep.
On the flip side, it might be a turnoff. So we got to weigh that.
Right.
We've been on a number of showings where the cats were just kind of in the house and they were doing their thing, not hurting anybody or getting in the way. Just laying on the bed, chilling out.
And we're always kind of really respectful. We had a couple clients last year who were allergic to cats. So we'd always ask the listing agent whether or not there was a cat in the home because that's going to be one thing that we're going to have to take care of. So, changing out the carpets, that sort of thing needed to be taken into consideration. And then also how long that client could stay in the house.
Right.
Some it's, 100% cannot walk in. And some are, I can be there for like maybe 3-4 minutes, but then I'm going to have to get out.
There's different levels, pet dander, allergens, things like that. As a pet owner, we've got a cat. She's
We do.
gorgeous. She's
She's-
black,
She's adorable.
and I have to understand that we get used to it, and other people who don't have pets around, maybe aren't used to pets at all, haven't had them at all in their family, they're not, and so that's something to consider. You as a homeowner, you've got a pet, you've had it for quite some time, but you might not realize that it's there and there's certain smells with it and there's a level of dander and hair that's around.
Hmm.
You just kind of get used to it.
And it's really nice with the dogs. We have seen, the homeowners, if they have the dogs and they're unable to come home to remove the animals from the home, they'll be caged and they'll be letting us know that, in the basement laundry room or the basement storage room is going to be where the pet is going to be located. So that way we're not opening up a door and being surprised by a dog who's not happy to see us.
Right, very protective of their house.
They are. And so, that's always really nice. Or sometimes we have the dogs that are just running around. It's been one of those dogs that are happy with people. They don't care who it is as long as, you're there. Sometimes homeowners leave treats out so that way we can give the dogs some treats. So that way they know that we're safe and happy people too. So either which way, I mean, and we always talk with our sellers too of what to do with their pet because that's usually their first concern is, want to make sure that our pet is safe while we're doing the showings as well.
Right, it comes down to communication. For the sellers and the buyers to communicate with us, and then we can communicate again with the listing side of things, or if we have buyers who are looking at your house. So communication is a huge part of it. Let us know. Let us know what the needs are for you and your pets. I can only imagine the amount of pets that we could find: snakes and lizards and all sorts of crawly things, hamsters and gerbils
And
and
turtles.
turtles, bunny
Yep.
rabbits.
I don't think we've had a bunny rabbit yet.
Oh, I'm sure someone would bring a bunny rabbit into their house.
Oh, I'm
they're
sure.
they're quite cute.
They are cute, especially when they're little. When they're this big,
hmm
they're cute.
So then we also have to realize that we as agents need to keep an eye on our buyers, especially if they do have children. Like I
Mhm.
said, kids are going to sell houses. So if the kids like the house, the parents are going to be more apt to say, "Yeah, this is cool. Let's write on it."
Yeah,
So having make sure that the kids are kept an eye on, so you don't release the animals out of their cages when they're not supposed to. That could end badly as well.
it could.
No, keep your pets around if you need to. We have many ways of accommodating your pets in your house.
We've even gone over for showings to let the animal out. We've taken a dog for a walk while the showing was going on, so we're also there too to help facilitate the pet, so that way the pet is safe and you know where your pet is during showings.
So now, if you're a buyer bringing into a situation and you know that you're going to have pets, have we ever had someone bring their pet on a showing as a buyer?
Yes, we have had people bring their dogs with them because their dog is part of their family. So we've had, dogs with us on the showings. We really try to encourage families that they do bring the dog, that the dog stays in the car just for the sake of we don't know if that family has an allergy to dogs. So for the safety of the family as well who's selling the house, we always try to encourage them just to leave the dog in the car so that way the dog can come with, but they're not going to be able to go run around the yard or the home.
Or heaven forbid they damage something in the house that is unintentionally done, but it happens.
And we've had those sellers too who wanted to know how dog friendly the neighborhood is. So after the showing, they had asked if they could like walk around the neighborhood with the dog. And I've always encouraged that. So that way you do know whether or not the dog's, how the dog's going to react to the neighborhood.
Maybe there's something odd that the animal picks up that we can't because we're only human.
Right. Right. And so I know a lot of our families have taken advantage of that, of just walking the dog around the neighborhood and visiting it kind of during different hours. So if it's a house that they really like, we may have seen it in the morning. I always try to encourage them to come back in the afternoon and just kind of take a look, do a drive by, take a look at the neighborhood, take the dog for a walk during those evening hours. That way, if people are at home and now at night when they're here, that way you can kind of tell which homes have dogs and what kind of dogs are in the neighborhood.
We service a lot of the central Wisconsin area, not just here in the city of Wisconsin Rapids, but our neighboring cities as well.
Mhm.
There are different rules for different areas. Some might have homeowners associations. Some might just be general municipality ordinances that would have to be followed, depending on maybe amount of pets,
And
types
the
of
type of
pets.
pets, yep, whether or not you can have a fence on the property to keep the dog there. It's all those kind of important things. So not only do we ask when we go on showings of, how many children you may have, but also do we need to make sure that this is going to be a pet friendly neighborhood or, do we need to make sure that the dog is going to be coming, is it big enough? Is there room in the house for the dog room or for the cat room?
And we can help guide everyone through the covenants and where to find these things and where to ask the questions and get you some answers.
Mhm.
So we are pet friendly.
We are. We love our pets.
Speaking of pet stuff, is the Humane Society doing that snow sculpture thing?
Yep, the Saturday over at Bullseye Golf Course, and that's gonna be
10
it's
a.m.
10 AM, so I'll be
Excellent.
over there.
Which is a great segue into local events.
Yeah.
Unless you want to keep talking about pets.
No, we're good. I'm
Okay.
good.
So Friday we've got, of course, the River Kings. They're Friday and Saturday over at the hockey rink here in town. Friday also is Lake Arrowhead Snow Blast. That's going on all day on Friday. So head down to Lake Arrowhead and check them out. It's one of the other nice benefits of being here in Wisconsin Rapids. We're close to a lot of these attractions.
Mhm.
Wintertime sports, I mean, we've got great skiing trails, head up to 9 Mile up in Rib Mountain area or even on the mountain itself. Granite Peak is great. I believe there's a place or two down in Adams County.
Mhm.
So this one is Lake Arrowhead. Saturday, we've got ceramics over at the Central Wisconsin Cultural Center. So head over to their website for more details. And like you said, the snow sculpture contest over at Bullseye, that's at 10 a.m. Then Sunday, the Ritters are going to be over at the Alexander House again doing ceramics.
Oh, excellent. Sounds like a fun weekend.
Lots to do.
Yes.
We don't have any open houses scheduled this weekend.
Not this weekend.
Okay. We do have some properties that are listed. So if you want to check out the properties that we have listed, head over to myrapids.com.
Mhm.
This is going to be the year of land, like we
It
said.
is.
So we just put up about 12 acres. It's a partially secluded lot, so it's got a few hundred feet of straight in access to the nominal about 11 and a half acres that are set back there.
Mhm.
So it's quite nice. Some trails that are already built through it. It does seem to be a buildable property, depending on what type of house you want to build on it or structure. We can help you go through that process
It
too.
is definitely worth the walk back to see the back part. So as you drive by, you're only going to be able to see like a small little path where the driveway would be, but being able to walk back there and to see the full 12, it's worth the walk back.
Yeah, so give us a call. If you're just driving by, of course, don't trespass into anybody's land, but it's on Mill Road just to the east of 80th.
Mhm.
So we're excited about that.
Yes.
We've got the small parcel of land just north of Junction City.
Mhm.
There's a potential there. If you're curious about more than just the 2 acres, we might be able to talk to the neighbors and see if they want to section off part of their parcels as well. So we've got options.
We do.
Let's see. That's about it for now.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. We'll see
Well,
everybody later. Don't
yep.
forget to contact us on social media as usual, Facebook and whatnot.
Yep. Make sure you guys have a great Central Wisconsin day. Bye-bye.